I wouldn't consider these online prop firms that majority of these retail traders trade with as real prop firms. They're mainly, I think, companies that promote gambling and promote not so much trading, but more so, I guess, they gamify the markets, so to speak, versus somebody like Dylan who works at an actual prop firm that provides tools for traders to succeed and actually make money for themselves and actually make money for the firms. These online prop firms, I think, are a terrible tool for traders, especially beginner traders looking to build a strategy to use because, again, they gamify it. It's very simple. You spend, what, $40, $50 on an account. You take a couple of trades. You lose that account. Okay, your risk is $50. There's no real hard-earned money that you're putting into the market. There's no actual orders hitting an exchange. There's really no connection to you in the market. And I think that, for a beginner trader, is probably one of the worst things to establish when you're trying to build and develop a strategy versus somebody being in an actual firm. They want you to succeed. A lot of these online prop firms, their business model succeeds when you fail. So I think it's backwards, and a lot of traders are walking backwards, or they're trying to walk up the stairs with like a weighted backpack on them, and they're just putting all this weight on them, and their time to be successful is just diminishing by going with these prop firms.
Yeah, so the way I look at it is when people start into a prop firm world, when they start to get into that, they're really just chasing money, right? They're looking to spend $100 a month, get a payout, and make money, right? But the core education and how to emotionally manage risk goes away, right? So you're not actually using your own hard-earned money in a trading account, right? So you say, okay, I spent $100 on this. If I blow up this account, who cares, right? So you totally skip the education and learning of how do I feel when I take real risk? How do I feel when I put my own money on the table? You're just sort of chasing the payout versus how do I actually learn to trade? How do I actually learn to manage my emotions in a position that I have real money on the table? And I think if you skip that part of trading, that very harsh part of trading, which sucks for a lot of people because you go through periods of drawdown, you go through periods of losing your own money. But I would 100% confidently say that I'm not where I am today without going through that risk, without going through those experiences. Because now I know how to manage that emotionally, physically, right? But if I just skip that and try to get payouts, I think you miss a very large, important chunk.
It is a very good tool for traders to, once they have the system built and the strategy, to leverage those firms. Absolutely. But I think for a trader who's still struggling or looking to develop, I don't think it's a very good route for a lot of traders to go because you skip that necessary step of really building that mental fortitude of having the losses. My losses were probably some of my best lessons in the market. So having those and having that provided, it gave me like a strong backbone to my trading strategy, and it's just amplified wins in the future.
Yeah, like if Carmine stepped in and signed up for a prop firm and just did exactly what he's done and knows, he probably would do well, and he could probably use some risk-free money and do well. But it's because he's gone through the trial and error of actually learning how to educate himself in trade.
It might also be twofold in the sense of you might do great in a prop firm, but those that gamify it might do even better, but on a real account they would struggle.
Exactly.
Because they know that, okay, if I just do a bit more risk, I can squeeze it, and if it goes wrong, I can just reset with another $50. So it brings in maybe bad habits, whereas if you go 10% in the red, you got to climb out and deal with it and sit with those emotions.